Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be making a non-toxic, and you know that's my jam, lemon fresh laundry detergent. So without further ado, let's get to it. So you're going to need to have Dr. Bronner's all-in-one hemp baby unscented bar, or pure Castile bar soap. So this is actually a product that's available in the US, and I looked and did loads of research into a UK equivalent. I couldn't quite find one that matched up with really how pure this bar was, and so I went ahead and ordered this on, I think it was Amazon. I'll put a link below, and I think I paid about £4 or £5 for it, but I mean this is the unscented soap, so you're able to add whatever essential oils you want in with it. So this is a great base. I do want to make a distinction here because I looked into the liquid Castile soap and they are actually different constituents and ingredients in it. So where the recipe is saying to use a bar of soap, you can't substitute for the liquid Castile soap, i.e. why I went ahead and bought this. So this has organic coconut oil, organic palm oil, sodium hydroxide, water, organic olive oil, organic hemp oil, organic jojoba oil, sea salt, citric acid, and tocopherol. I mean, that's a heck of a lot of organic. Now I'm actually using Mama Z and Dr. Z's recipe, so I'm going to give them credit here, and I'm actually going to be doing half of what they recommend. So if you want to do the full thing, either go and check out their recipe or double what I'm doing here today. So I'm going to be using half this bar. Then I'm going to do 2.5 cups of distilled water. And then, now this needs a bit of explaining. So the original recipe says to use OxiClean Baby Stain Remover. Now that is a great product, but it is not available in the UK, sadly. I have done all the research I can to get that product over here and I can't find it. So that's Amazon, eBay, everything. Literally everything. So what I did is I looked into the ingredients of the OxiClean, and then I set out to find a UK equivalent. So what I found is Astonish Oxy Active. What I should first say is that the OxiClean and the Oxy Active, they are a non-chlorine bleach. They use oxygen to clean. As the ingredients are mixed with water, it actually releases oxygen bubbles which help to lift the stains off. So the ingredients in the OxiClean, the US version, was sodium bicarbonate, sodium carbonate, hydrogen peroxide, surfactants and detergents. Looking for a UK version, I found this Astonish Oxy Active non-bio. Now this, believe it or not, I found in a pound shop and I almost couldn't believe my eyes. So I did a lot of research on it. On the back it says sodium carbonate peroxyhydrate. So when you type that into Google, it comes out as sodium bicarbonate, which is the same as the OxiClean. And this says 30%, so you wonder what the other 70% is. So I actually went online and found their safety PDF with all the ingredients, and it said that it has sodium bicarbonate and sodium carbonate. They are the two ingredients found in OxiClean. So I actually rang the company and said, is that the only ingredients? Can you tell me what else is in there? They said, no, the only two it's got on our sheet are the sodium bicarbonate and the carbonate. So that is two of basically the ingredients that make up OxiClean Baby Stain Remover. So fraction of the price, and yeah, this is a winner. I also want to mention that sodium bicarbonate breaks down into hydrogen peroxide, which is another ingredient in the OxiClean. And hydrogen peroxide sounds really scary, but it's actually non-carcinogenic, it's environmentally friendly, and it's non-toxic. So you're going to be using between 1/4 and 1/2 cup of the Oxy Active. And the same with sodium carbonate. And now, again, in the original recipe, that was the Arm & Hammer brand, and it's called washing soda. So washing soda is just another term, I've done a lot of research into this, is another term for sodium carbonate. And sodium carbonate is also known as soda ash. You can buy it cheaper as soda ash. It's a relative of the sodium bicarbonate family, but it packs more of a punch. Then we're going to use 2.5 millilitres of this, which is called lemongrass. Obviously we all know what lemongrass smells like. So 2.5 millilitres breaks down as about 50 drops. You can be using lemongrass, lavender or ylang-ylang. They tend to be the recommended ones. And then you're going to need a container. I have this beautiful container here which I'm going to use, but ideally you're probably going to be wanting to make more than what this container can fit. So Mama Z and Dr. Z, they recommend that you make 3 litres worth of this stuff, and so I have a bucket here which is 2.5 litres. I'm just going to take the excess that doesn't fit into my beautiful little container here, and I'm going to pop it in this one, but maybe you're going to want to go all out with the 3 litres, which will be just over the amount here. So you're going to need a cheese grater, and with the cheese grater you're going to grate half of your soap bar. Forgive me for smelling, but it really has no scent at all. That took a lot of elbow grease, and my gosh, it's gone everywhere as well. Looks like cheese, don't leave it on the side. For this part, we're now going to need to move through to the kitchen. You're going to need your biggest stock pot, so quite high. Now, I've got a big one, but I didn't think it was high enough, which is why I've halved the recipe, because this is going to bubble up and I hope it doesn't overflow. So we're going to see and check in on that one together. You're going to want your largest stock pot. So this isn't really going to be high enough, which is why I've included 2 of my largest stock pots, and I'm going to just measure the recipe into both, so hopefully it won't overflow. So take your soap that you've previously grated, and you're going to put half, well, I'm going to put half into here and half into this one, and then that's on a low heat. Then what I'm going to do is add in the 2.5 cups of water. 1 cup, 2nd cup into the other one, 1/4 into this one, and 1/4 into this one. At this point you're going to want to turn the heat up to a medium-high, and then you're going to start stirring it around until the soap dissolves. So I've just put in under 1/4 cup of the oxyactive. And I want to be putting the same in the other one. I've just added in the same amount of the sodium carbonate, and then as you stir it, look at that, it's just turning into this frothy stuff, so you're just mixing it in while it's still on the heat. Okay, this is rising, so keep your eye on it. Now when it gets to that point, you want to be turning it off. Okay, so even while this one's been turned off, it's still rising up. Can you see that? So I'm going to just move that off the actual heat. So this one now needs the sodium carbonate, so that's going to go in as well. About 1/4 cup sodium carbonate, in it goes. Start mixing that in. Can you see how that one's risen? Just a little bit of space at the top there, but not much. And this one is rising too, actually, very quickly. Okay, so at this point, that's when you're going to turn that heat off, and you're actually just going to allow them to cool. While the other 2 are still just cooling down, we want to just heat up some water here. When you can see the water starting to get hot, turn the heat off. We don't want it to boil, we don't want it to be too hot. And we're going to use 1.5 cups. Here are my containers, and I'm going to put my 1 cup of water in there. Because this one's a little bit bigger, I'm going to put a little bit more in this one, and then the rest in my glass one. Now what you want to do is just introduce that water around, because you want the container to be warm. Now I need to take 1 cup's worth. It's messy. Okay, I'm going to put it in. And I've got 2 I'm going to put into this bucket container. Then you need to be stirring it in to the water. I added another 2 cups into this one and another 1 cup into this one. So there's 2 in here and 4 in here. Continue to mix. Just a little note, if it isn't mixing very well and you're finding that it's kind of got almost like a lumpy, gone off cheese look to it, then you can always add in just a little bit more hot water. Now that they're mixed, we want to be adding in the lemongrass essential oil. So because of the different measurements of the 2 tubs below, I'm going to be putting 35 in this one and 15 in this one. Then we want to just be stirring it in. So you shouldn't be putting essential oils in with something that's piping hot, because it can compromise the quality of the oil. So this is hot, but it's not too hot. Now at this point, you want to be filling your containers up with just cool water. I just added more water to both of these. Give them a stir and then whack your lids on top. Just a note that when you have let this set and you go to open it up, it's going to have separated. Can you see that? Okay, so the best thing to do in this case is to put the lid back on, give it a shake before you ever use it. And once it's been shaken, now when you open it, you'll see instantly how much more that has all mixed in together. Can you see that? And I really did give that a shake. So now you can take 1/4 to 1/2 of a cup to put into your washer. So first off, look at this rug. This rug has had stains on it for so long. I've washed it and washed it using conventional washing soaps, and it just hasn't lifted it at all. So what I did is I used my new DIY laundry detergent, and I actually put a cup of the laundry mix straight onto the stain, and I then put a cup of water in with it as well, and I just sort of mixed it around onto the rug itself and left it for 5 minutes. After that, I put it into the wash and ta-da! I mean, look at the difference. So you can use this as a stain remover as well, as a pre-treat wash. So put some on, leave it for 5 minutes, and then whack it into the wash after that. So there you have it, our non-toxic lemon fresh laundry detergent. And I love my little pot as well. It's very heavy. You're just going to be letting this mixture thicken up overnight. So depending on the efficiency of your washing machine, use between 1/4 to 1/2 cup in every load. So just to doubly put your mind at rest, the non-profit Watchdog Environmental Working Group, who are in America, they rated the Arm & Hammer sodium carbonate and also the OxiClean baby stain remover as A grade, because they have virtually no associated toxic risks. So obviously I have taken the 2 products we have here in the UK and found out they have exactly the same ingredients, so your mind can be at rest that this is a non-toxic laundry detergent, and I am thrilled about it. So don't forget that I make healthy habits and lifestyle tip videos every week. So if you've enjoyed this, click the subscribe button below or click the little bell to see me sooner. Bye!